We have breaking news coming right now. I'm just want to get this to you. Breaking news. Hi, Captain Ron. Is there any static there? If not, let me know, okay? Let me know, please. Yes or no? We have breaking news coming in. China must know war is coming. We have got information that China has ordered all of the Chinese companies in North Korea to close. This is phenomenal information. It's actually stunning information, to be quite honest with you. And thank you guys for all tuning in. I wanted to bring this to you because we've been giving inside information. A couple weeks ago, I shared it with you that, first of all, L.A. Marzulli said that there would be war. The next war would be fought in North Korea. And that one of the alphabet soup agencies who came to visit him at the Hear the Watchman conference in Dallas, Texas in March told him this. Now, I've received information from word on the street that there is a war being planned and being prepared to be fought in North Korea, and it was going to take place after the Winter Olympics. Now, the Winter Olympics begin in February of 2018. We've just received information that China has ordered, and we've confirmed this now, China has ordered all Chinese companies to close in North Korea and to leave and to be out of that country in 120 days. That's 120 days. That would be October, November, December, January. All right? So China's basically giving their they got to get their businesses out of there. They know what is coming, apparently, and this really looks like the winds of war. I've got a report here. Beijing orders all North Korean businesses to close, talking about Chinese-owned businesses in North Korea. In the latest sign that China is moving to dramatically limit its exposure to the reclusive hermit neighbor and longtime economic dependent, Chinese authorities today ordered all North Korean firms to stop doing business in the world's second largest economy with China, fulfilling Beijing's obligations according to the latest round of UN security sanctions, which passed 2 weeks ago. So this is a two-step move. China is going to pull all of their businesses out of North Korea and completely get out of there. And they're telling all North Korean businesses to pack up and go back home. Folks, people do this when there's war on the horizon. The order comes just days after President Donald Trump revealed that the People's Bank of China had asked the country's banks to sever their business ties with North Korea. Specifically, they've ordered to stop providing financial services to North Korean customers and to wind down the existing loans, severing one of North Korea's most reliable connections to the global financial system. It was reported that the banks were warned that continuing to do transactions with North Korean businesses could result in embarrassment and economic losses. And this is according to Russia Today. Meanwhile, today, back on Tuesday, the United States announced sanctions against 8 North Korean banks and 26 different individuals. The new punitive measures followed President Trump's executive order targeting North Korean access to the international banking system. Perhaps the intensifying economic desperation in the isolated country has helped push more young men and women to volunteer for their country's army. According to the official propaganda, nearly 5 million North Koreans have volunteered to be in the army over the past week. Now, I'm going to give you a couple reasonings for that. It's not just because they're ready to go fight the United States or anyone else. It's because they're starving. They're hungry. There's no economic plan. There's no future for the young people of North Korea. And if you go serve in the army, then you can go ahead and rob the corn and rob the farms that are in anywhere near where you are stationed. You've been given authorization to do that, according to reports, because they don't have enough food to feed the army. So it's unbelievable what's going on here. That's a staggering number, 5 million people in a week. A success rate for the country's recruiters, considering North Korea has a population of 25 million people. So you get 5 million people to sign up for the army. China's President Xi Jinping has sought to soothe President Trump's doubts about Beijing's commitment to to creating a nuclear-free North Korea, though the Chinese government has continued to advocate for talks between the two countries that could eventually lead to a peaceful settlement. North Korea has accused the United States of declaring war on the North, which is basically what Trump is doing by shutting down the cash flow, by literally shutting off the cash flow, forcing China to participate in this, and daring Russia to say a word. What Trump has done is put North Korea on absolute notice that if you want to continue this fight, this verbal onslaught, this detonating of nuclear bombs, this firing of missiles over the heads of the Japanese, if you want to continue this saber rattling, you will do it with an empty stomach. And if you want to go to war, we're more than ready to go. That is the word. That is the message. There's no more payoffs, no more ransom, no more the United States paying you to be good. That's over. This isn't Bill Clinton in the White House. This isn't George W. Bush in the White House. This isn't Barack Obama in the White House. This is President Donald J. Trump. And he doesn't do business that way. And this is a whole new game. And the global elitists are trembling in their boots because they see their new world order opportunities starting to slip through their fingers, and they're very, very concerned. Well, the U.S. officials have expressed hope that the economic sanctions will force North Korea to the negotiating table. However, their economy has proven resilient so far. That's because China's been funding it. China has been feeding it. But will China's decision to sever ties with the North Koreans make a difference? Well, we'll see. We'll find out. If not, we'll find out then who else is helping the North Koreans. We know the Iranians are, and we suspect the Russians are as well. But we'll wait and see how this starts to pan out, folks. But certainly, are you serious? Are you serious? Something biblical is going on here with the signs of the second coming of Christ. I want to read Revelation 16, just 3 verses. It goes right along with this. Is this the South Asian Armageddon? Here's what it says in the book of Revelation, chapter 16, in verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up. Now, first of all, I don't know why this is so important. The geographical location and the fact that the Euphrates River dries up, other than to allow the Chinese to come over top that if they decided to invade Israel down the road. But it also is anytime there's a spiritual, whatever's going on in the spiritual world, something also takes place in the physical. Check it out. So he tells us in this revelation that the river Euphrates would dry up. Right now, in the last 8 years, the river Euphrates has dried up 80%. You can go look at the Google map from 8 years ago. Look at it now. It will blow your mind. Now, then it says, the Euphrates water will dry up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Who are the kings of the east? Well, certainly North Korea, South Korea, Japan, China, Russia, Malaysia, Indonesia, the Philippines, the Vietnamese, they're all in there, okay? Who are they? Well, they're all going to be affected by these three unclean spirits. Verse 13, I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophets. The false prophet, For this, in other words, Satan, the Antichrist, and the false prophet. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles which go forth unto the kings of the earth. So it's not just affecting those in South Asia or in the East, but all of the leaders of the world will be inundated with these demonic spirits. And they are the spirits of devils working miracles. They go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. Well, what day is that? Well, in verse 16, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. Well, that, of course, is in Israel at the foothill of the mountain of Megiddo. But Jesus did say one thing in the verse before that. In verse 15, in red, Jesus speaks in this prophecy and says, Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. I want to tell you something. We're going to be talking about this and a whole lot more tonight. Wow! It looks like that the preparation for the great South Asia Armageddon is coming. Are you saved? I'll see you tonight on Primetime Live. I'll be back again with a couple more videos. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern, we'll break this whole thing down for you live on Primetime Live. God bless all of you. Thank you guys for showing up in the chat room. God bless all of you. I'll be back a little bit later with more from the coming apocalypse. It is coming.